Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells on this first Sunday in May. We're starting seated, we'll get to the floor, and then we'll stand around and join us for 15 minutes at the end. First, let's sit on those sit bones. With your feet heavy into the floor, let's pull those femurs into the hip sockets, which again will compress into the hip and might even press your sternum or heart forward. And relax that tension. Oversell the slump a little bit. To repeat, pull in, femurs into those hip sockets, pressing the sternum forward and lifting the rib cage. Hold for a couple moments, feel the tension of the feet into the floor, and then relax. As we continue today's seated postures, let's practice this tall sit. Last time for a moment, let's pull those femurs in and place one hand belly and one hand chest. With the tongue to the hard palate in the mouth, let's take a breath into the belly, creating room. And slowly exhale, belly button to spine. Repeat one more time, a breath in. And then slow on the exhale, belly to spine. Repeat 2 breaths into the chest, breath in for control. And slow exhale. And with the belly to spine, last time into the chest, breath in. And exhale. One more belly breath in. Into the chest next. And like a crocodile, slow on the exhale. Now let's sit tall, let's pull those femur bones back in and extend one leg out front. Dorsiflex at the ankle, pulling the foot towards the shin, but be wary of those elf toes. Next, let's stiffen the leg, keeping the kneecap pointing up to the ceiling. Roll the ankle in. Watch out for the cramp monster, but embrace some tension. Then look to connect the pinky side of the foot to the floor, and then brush across the floor and out. The heel will push along the ground away from the body, dorsiflexing the ankle. Let's repeat one more time in that direction to the center. The pinky touches, out to the side. Keep the kneecap stiff and up. Return center. And for 2 repetitions, let's go out on the ankle first. Connect the pinky side of the foot, and again to center. Drive the heel pressing away from the floor, and then one more time. Lateral foot, stability at the knee, mobility on the ankle as we finish our circle to center, and then back. Wiggle the toes now, bend that knee, and alternate to the other side. Extend the leg, dorsiflex to start. Roll the ankle in. Keep the kneecap looking up as we look to connect the pinky side to the ground. Then point. Keep the kneecap up as the foot goes out and the heel presses away from the hips. Repeat one more time as we draw the circle to center. Center to ballet point. This eversion on the ankle, pressing that heel away, returning center. And switching to the lateral side first. The pinky looks to connect again, and we brush across the floor to center and midline. Then dorsiflexing around, and for one more time, we'll reach out to the side. Connect that lateral border of the foot, circle shape around front, finish in our dorsiflex, and wiggle that out. Return to the leg underneath. Now let's grab a set of hamstrings on one leg. Sitting tall, let's continue to flex the hip with support from the hands, arms. Bend a leg to the buttock, heel closing the gap in between. Then with tension on the hamstrings and power from those quadriceps, slowly extend the leg out front. Hold for 1/1000, and with control, tension, and pull to close. Repeat one last time as we grip with those hamstrings, then power up with those quadriceps to extend on the knee. At your safe extension of the knee, hold 1/1000, and then slowly pull in with control, reset to the floor, and switch. Hands behind knee, flex a little bit to assist with those arms. Then close the gap, bringing the heel towards the chair or the buttock. feeling tension on the hamstring. Then use the quads tension here to power and extend the leg. Nice and slow, 1/1000, and nice and control, bring it in. No slingshots. Heel to buttock one more time, feel tension on the hamstring, and with control, extend. And breathe, and tall sit. And nice and control, bend again, resetting on the floor. You might need to wiggle yourself to the front of the chair for this last movement as we sit tall with one leg pressed into the floor. Sit tall with one leg pressed into the floor, core engaged, and then lift the other leg to match somewhere on the knee. Adjust if you need, and now let's lift this knee away from the body and bring it towards this other hip. And then like fishing, we'll cast it away or lowering that drawbridge back down. 2 more as we pull out of that hip and in towards the shoulder, and then out and back down. Last one each, bring it towards up and then out. And with assistance, easy style does it, return the leg to the floor. Switch on the other side, heavy tension, core engaged, ankle towards that knee. Little bit of help if we need it. Now reach down and away to go up, bringing that knee towards my right shoulder, and then out and away, lowering down that drawbridge. Again, we'll reach out and up, that piriformis, and then down and away. One more time to the center or toward that other shoulder, and then nice and control down. With light assistance, let's return that to the floor, shake it out, stand up, and Lauren will take us into the Captain Morgan.
From our standing position, just in front of your box, your chair, whatever you may have, let's gently bend a knee, keeping the quads parallel. Then hip flex or bring that knee up to rest on your object. Making sure you're square forward with your shoulders and your chest as well as your hips, and that your hips are level. Gently tuck that back hip under, squeeze that standing leg rooted heavy into the floor. Now I'd like you to drive this leg straight down into the step, as if you're going to step up on it. As you're doing that, stay stacked, try not to lean forward. Push down, push down, push down, and then relax. Now let's do the opposite. Bottom leg rooted. Let's pretend to lift this leg off of the step. It's suctioned up to it, but you're trying really hard to lift this leg for 3, 2, gently relax. One more time of each. Straighten, drive this leg down heavy. Hips are extending through. Feel that push down all the way up into the glute for 3, 2, and then gently relax. Straighten up, last time, fake active lift off hold for 4, 3, 2, let's keep lifting, slide the leg off, brushing it back to parallel, gently straighten the knee and extend. Same thing other side. Bend the knee, quads in parallel first. Pull the leg through to hip flexion with level hips, find the top of your object. Bottom leg straight, kneecap pulled up, hips are level, tuck that back hip under, squeezing the cheek. First, we drive down into the step. Imagine we're stepping up but staying stacked. Push down for 5. Keep those hips level. 3, 2, relax and stay. Keep that bottom leg straight. Active lift off. You're thinking about pulling it in and pulling it up for 4, 3, 2, switch it again. Transition to that drive down position. Push down, hamstring, glute, hold. 3, 2, relax one more time. Fake lift off, pull. Create a lot of tension here for 3, 2, now actually lift off, bend the knee, brushing it back, and straighten the leg underneath. Shake that out. From here, we're gonna do a nice forward fold. Clear the area a little bit, and we'll roll forward. Standing tall, gently reach up to the sky with your chin, and then pull your chin towards your chest, and start rolling yourself forward. Imagining that each vertebrae segment of the spine is rounding and rolling down. Try not to push your hips back, but to keep them stacked over top of your heels. Hang out for a second and breathe here. Legs as straight as possible. Take that breath. And then, with your muscles, stack your vertebrae and your spine on top of each other, one at a time, all the way up to tall. And shake that out. We'll come back in front of our object and do a nice standing hamstring stretch. Starting the same way. Bend a knee, pull it through, extend the leg to rest. In that flexed foot position or dorsiflexed foot, kneecap to ceiling right now, hips are level. From here, tilt the tail back like you're arching or tipping the tail to the ceiling. Thinking about that femur pushing back behind you as your chest and spine might extend or lean forward a little bit. Feel that. Stand back up tall. This time, externally rotate the leg in the socket, inseam to the ceiling. Bring it back through center. Internally rotate the leg. Bring it back to center. One more time. Tail tilt, kneecap straight, dorsiflex foot, gently hinging forward, feeling that length grow through behind you. And then stand up tall, dragging the foot off, keeping the knee bent as you brush, and straighten. Other side. Knee bends, pulls through, extends on the box. Leg might have to pull a little bit into that socket. Tilt the tail to the ceiling. Right away you might already feel that hamstring stretch. Keep that tilt as you hinge forward a little bit. Long spine, no bend or curve. And then press to tall. One external rotation or inseam up. Trying to think about that femur rotating. Back to center. Internal rotation. Don't let the hips hike. Back to center. Pull the foot to the shin again. One more light hinge. Then press to tall. Drag the foot off the step. Quads will end up parallel. And extend the knee with control, shaking it out. We're going to move our objects out of the way and return to the floor. We'll get to the floor via our fold. Gently tucking your chin and rolling yourself forward. Take your time, try not to push those hips back. Take a breath as you're down here, and then slowly come down to our kneeling lunge position. Our front foot will come forward. We'll level those hips out by tucking our back cheek under, keeping the hips level. Drive down, pull on that floor as you gently drift forward, keep that back hip extended through. From that front point, we'll push forward to come back to tall, keep extending that back hip. We'll heel toe that toe open, stay tucked under, stay level, and again, we'll drift to the side, pushing those hips forward, and then pressing back, meeting up tall. Heel toe that foot to the front, bring it underneath, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Foot comes up, level hips, tucking under, squeezing your back cheek, gently drifting forward, and then pressing forward to come back to tall. Heel toe that foot to the side, staying tucked under, square to the front as you drift knee towards over the toe, and then push forward to come back, extending through at tall. Heel toe the foot to the front, bringing the leg underneath. We'll stand by folding back up with your hands on the floor, tail long, heels pushed down, and slowly walk up, returning yourself to tall. Thanks for joining us this morning in our mobility routine. If you'd like a kettlebell workout, we have a press and plie option or some versions of squats and plank walkouts. Thanks for joining. Take care. Stay strong. See you soon.
Goodbye.